They'll be calling you a radical, no rest for the weary. Wow, this is a major, major, giant developing story that RT is reporting that 150 dead dolphins have washed up onto the shore of Japan. I want people to understand this, and I know this because it's been leaked to me. I've been getting a lot of stuff leaked to me, and I know it's true. Know this. TEPCO did their massive tank flushing, the biggest they've done yet, which they've been doing it the entire time, which I could prove all of it. They did their massive, biggest flushing last week. It's no coincidence. With the I.A.E.A's full 100%, what's the Pacific Genocide? The world tour goes on. 3/11/11 changed everything. Don't you guys see? The Pacific Genocide right in front of your faces. Right in front of your faces. The Pacific Genocide, the Pacific Ocean is being killed. And no one cares. Let's review. Let's review. Now they're also reporting RT. By the way, RT has interviewed me multiple times. They film me many times. They always use all my stuff, all the time. A lot of the stuff you're watching on Chronicles, a lot of that voice is booming through, that's me. That's all, it's me. Yet, if I talk one thing about nuclear, zip, they cut it. If I talk about social inequality, if I talk about police brutality, if I talk about anything, oh yeah, they're all over it. So who are they? But at least they report it. And I cannot overstate this. The General Electric, I can prove malice, grotesque malice. General Electric Nuclear. Yes, there's a division of General Electric. By the way, they just sold off their real estate portfolio to Blackstone. Talk about the head of the snake. They reported through their propaganda mouthpiece, the sheep herders, NBC, the sheep herder, they reported that the snake that they had made General Electric Nuclear built went all the way down and got to see the corium. Before they actually put the snake in, and it was out on the wire. Then the Japanese Times and TEPCO comes forward, says no, it broke down an hour into it, never made it. After. So that's malice, malice. It just proves the entire conspiracy. I mean, all conspiracy. I mean, oh, the Gulf of Tonkin. Remember we used to say that back in the day? And everybody, oh, you're crazy. Now it's taught in 7th grade history books. Remember we used to say, oh, the CIA assassinated the freely elected president of Iran. Oh, you're crazy. Now taught in 7th grade history. Remember they whacked the president of Argentina, free elected. Taught in 7th grade. Oh, H. Bush and Iran-Contra was bringing in drugs to the United States. Oh, you're conspiracy. Taught in 7th grade history books. This is not only the greatest cover-up in human history, this is the greatest catastrophe in human history. Bar none. I will quote Shane Russell about me. People have said all the time, oh, Kevin Blanch is way overstated Fukushima. It's impossible to overstate Fukushima, the nuclear disaster. Wow, the emperor has no fucking clothes. So they flush and the dolphins wash up dead. They're also reporting that the scumbag whalers, who are some of the biggest scum in the history of mankind, gone out, returned with nothing, zero. Let's see, I walked along there, saw with my own eyes, all the tide pools dead. I went from Pismo all the way to San Francisco, walked right on the one on the beaches. I documented hundreds of thousands of tide pools, literally. Not one starfish, they're all dead. The orca's dying, not breeding, no babies. Sea lions lined up at the mouth of the Columbia River by 1600, and Oregon officials call them, Oregon wildlife officials and the Oregonian reporter said they called them swarming maggots. That's right, starving mammals. Who's the swarming maggot? Oh, they're coming up. We need to be able to shoot them with our rifle because they're coming up and stealing our Big Mac and our Slurpee out of our hands on the pier. Who's the freaking swarming magnet? Who's the gluttonous pigs, not the sea lions? They've been around for a million years. You think they overeat? I don't think so. Do you? I think so. Wow. The emperor has no fucking clothes. This is a heartbreaking story. I did the Pacific Genocide a long time ago. I went berserk the day it happened and went berserk right down to my own leukemia. And I really am the 33 soup can. That's no kidding. You know, chemoed in a can. Let's see, I went in the bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11. Fukushima out 3/11s. Given no chance to live. Fight for my life. Fight for our lives. She fights for me. I fight for her. She gives birth to me. I defend my mother. I know who the mother of all life is. The mighty blue lady. Oh, I know that from the sea. You can't see. I see. You can't see. Wow. This is heartbreaking. It's unbelievable. How much more data do you freaks need? Aleph from the Battle of Chernobyl. The worst thing to come out of that meltdown reactor at Chernobyl was not cesium, was not plutonium. It was lies. Kevin D. Blanche. The worst thing to come out of the Fukushima meltdowns was not cesium, was not plutonium, was epic denial. This is a heartbreaking, this is the greatest catastrophe in human history, in, well, Earth's history. What? The arrogance of going along with this, I mean, so many people know they're just denial. The sheep herders, my personal belief that the Ken Busers of the world, the marine biologists of the world, the black and yellow, this Forbes banana fuck, all these people, my personal belief is before the mobs turn on all of you and hang all of you, which eventually it's going to happen, I mean, I would commit hara-kiri now. You draw a paycheck. Oh, I love the dolphins. I got a dolphin tattooed on my ass. It's pathetic. I've been in California. I've been on every single pier since this happened trying to call attention. Every pier from San Diego. I haven't missed one. Have not missed one. Most of it while in critical condition. The sea's dying right before your eyes. And this is no coincidence. They did a massive, massive dump. I know for a fact, and I can prove all this. And you attorneys in San Diego, I was at USS Reagan protesting. I've protested all over New York City at the Megan Rice trial. I have been relentless on this. I have been unrested because I know how acute it's been. Wow. Now it's chronic, like me. Wow. Heartbreaking. The American populace, the sheep herders have herded you to the slaughters, but you allowed yourself to be herded. I blame the American populace. I do. I blame them. I never seen such a bunch of arrogant, over-freaking, indulged, self-indulged, and they call me arrogant. Wow. You can't handle the fucking truth. You don't want the fucking truth, and I'm here to tell all of you fuckers, every one of them. Free radical cancer cells love apathy. They fucking love softball activists. They love false equivalency. They love hairspray. They love the masquerade party. People that do not know how to fight articulately, strongly, boldly. Leukemia cells love those people. They love them, and they kill them fucking dead fast. So many of you are gonna fucking die from disease. You know, your own fucking loved ones have fucking been killed by Fukushima already. You don't give a fuck, because that's how self-indulged, arrogant this place is. And I will say to RT, at least you report it. But, wow. To my brothers and sisters at Million Mass March, I had a dream about you guys last night. The intensity, the fight. We have to keep fighting. Granted, there's only a tiny few of us that get this. We fight articulately, we fight intelligently, we fight in the streets. You know, we do everything we can. I would say this to people that want to give up in this fight, and I understand. I feel like we're going nowhere, but know this. This fight, the truth, the reality of the fight, will enlighten your soul. And when it gets your turn for that light to be turned on inside of you to push those cancer cells out, oh, it shines inside of me. You will never take that from me. That's what we have to be. We have to show the way for our children that we are all not so arrogant that we freaking slaughtered the next generation and the next generation and the next generation for time and all eternity. That we all did not participate. We have to show that there is hope. Survival. For the sea, the mighty blue lady, wow. This is fucking dramatic. You know, how much data do you freaks want to watch? All the marine biologists and everybody's supposed to be studying the sea. You phony fuckers ought to fucking commit hara-kiri now. My personal belief, every one of you, every marine biologist, San Diego State, UCLA, Cal Berkeley, University of Washington, Oregon State, Kathleen Higley, you know, Buesler, you know, Forbes, all that. This is just my personal belief. And I surely won't do this because I'm a peace activist. I believe you should all be hung. I honestly be. And I will tell you this, your children and your grandchildren will never forgive you. Hey, Grandma, when the Pacific genocide happened and they slaughtered the Pacific Ocean via Fukushima, I heard that marine biologists and all these ecologists and people that supposedly work to protect us, nobody protected us, and they actually protected the people who were killing Grandma. Is that true? Oh, Grandma, weren't you one of them? What are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell them? You got no integrity. Oh, no, I didn't, honey, because I was afraid I was going to get fired and I had my paycheck, honey. And she's going to look up at you and say, oh, my God. They will never forgive you. Never. I surely never will. You know, who am I to forgive anybody? Wow. You evil fuckers. This is a major, major fucking story. It's heartbreaking. The world tour goes on. Fukushima's the world tour. Fuck. What a arrogant bunch of fucks. Stay tuned, I'll stay all over this.